Are you planning to start a link building campaign? Then you need to check out these best link building strategies so you can build some seriously high quality backlinks. Hey, what's up AMs? I'm Eduard Dziak from b2bdigitalmarketers.com, and in today's video I'm going to share with you 13 link building strategies, which some of them are creative link building strategies, advanced link building strategies, as well as some other strategies that still work like a charm if you do it properly. So without further ado, let's jump right in. The first link building strategy on our list, and definitely one of the most well known and still very effective, is guest posting. Guest posting has been around for ages, and it is widely used by link building experts and marketing agencies to get high quality backlinks. For example, Leo Widrich, the founder of Buffer app, has used guest posting to acquire 100,000 customers in the first 9 months. Or Brian Dean has written over 200 guest posts, and now he's ranking for one of the most competitive keywords in the SEO niche. However, the big problem with guest posting is that Google doesn't really like that. As said by John Miller, guest posting for links results in unnatural links, and he says Google already devalues them. Therefore, the old ways of doing guest posting don't work anymore. Google algorithms are trained to identify guest articles as they are pretty obvious. However, that doesn't mean guest blogging is over. You only have to be smart about it. And if you want to learn how to properly do guest posting without Google devaluing your backlinks, then you can watch my video right here, where I explain everything you need to know about guest posting and how to make it effective. The second, as well as very effective link building strategy, is resource link building. And this link building strategy can help you get many high quality backlinks for your website. And resource page link building is one of my all-time favorite link building strategies for many reasons. The first reason is that resource link building is one of the easiest link building strategies if you dedicated a lot of your time and resources to content marketing and blogging. It is because this strategy focuses on finding web pages where they recommend outside resources to learn more about a particular subject. For example, in the SEO niche, this could be this page on best SEO blogs to read from Naven. As you can see, he created a curated list of best resources in the SEO niche on the internet. Now, you can see why this strategy can be so effective if you spend a lot of your time and resources on content marketing. The second reason is that the outreach processes are much easier, as in many cases the ones that create resource pages also provide a way to get in touch with them. If we come back to the best SEO blogs example, we can find at the bottom of the page that Naven has included his email to reach him out. This makes the outreach process much easier, as often you don't have to find the email address of the right person, unlike in the guest posting strategy. And the third reason is that pitching for resource page link building is much easier than with other link building strategies. The reason why it is easier is that resource pages are literally made for great resources to be included within. So if you are a great place to learn about a particular subject, then pitching your website or blog is much easier and would be almost crime to not do that. You just need to let them know about you and let them decide if you are worthy to be featured on their resource page. On top of that, you are making their life much easier because every page on your website and their website as well should be regularly updated, as Google likes that. Therefore, providing them with new resources helps them to update their web page and improve their ranking. So, don't forget to mention this as well. Often SEOs forget that, and it can help you to get an extra reason why they should take the time and include your blog. The third on our list of link building strategies, and arguably the easiest on this list, is HARO link building. With the HARO, or Help a Reporter Out, you can earn super high quality backlinks with minimum effort. Journalists from niche authority sites all the way to the most well-known outlets like Inc., Bluehost, CIO Magazine, and even you can find New York Times, WSJ, and others that are using HARO to get in touch with the experts. So for you to start with HARO link building, you simply need to register at HARO and you will receive 3 times daily, Monday to Friday, journalist queries for you to answer. And now, luckily, because there are a lot of journalists from all kinds of niches, you can select specific industries in the setting to receive queries from journalists seeking experts from your industry. And once you start receiving your HARO queries, then you need to simply scan the queries and click on the one that is relevant to your industry and you believe you could answer. Here you need to find the questions the journalist wants you to answer and the requirements that you need to fulfill. For example, in this query, the journalist wants only people that run WooCommerce shops with minimum of 10,000 in MRR, which unfortunately is not me, so I won't bother to answer as I don't fit the criteria of the journalist. As you can see, this is super easy link building strategy and everybody can do that. However, if you want to increase your chances to get selected and learn how to maximize your potential from HARO link building, then you can watch my video right here. Another very effective link building strategy is to purchase expired domains with high website authority. Now, this is more advanced link building strategy and strictly black hat SEO strategy if you just purchase a domain and then tier 1 redirect all the backlinks to your domain. As like this, you will get penalized, guaranteed. However, there are two ways how you can go about it and still stay in the white hat SEO game. The first technique is to start your website with the expired domain instead of a new one. This technique gives you an SEO advantage as you are not starting from scratch in terms of number of backlinks. As once you start ranking this website, the backlinks will kick in and you would better rank compared to using a new domain. You can also easily recreate those pages with backlinks by checking the old version on archive.org and then updating it. And the second technique is to do broken link building. This is a way safer way to deal with expired domains and cheaper as well, as you just need to find expired domains within your niche, check out the content with backlinks, then recreate it on your own website, and after that, reach out to the people that they still link to the expired domain and let them know about their broken link and your replacement, just like you would do with broken link building. The next on our list of link building strategies is the Skyscraper Technique by Brian Dean. The Skyscraper Technique is the way how you should approach creating content on your website regardless you are doing it for link building or publishing high quality content. Basically, this technique is all about creating better, more comprehensive, and in every way more superior content than your competitors by analyzing SERPs for your targeted keyword. For example, if you are targeting the keyword how to clean computer screen, then you will want to analyze the current ranking competitors in the SERPs using Google or keyword research tool. And by going through the ranking competitors, you will see what topics each of them cover in their articles, and you will want to address those topics as well in your article, and even consider adding 1 or 2 extra topics to play it safe. On top of that, you will want to provide more information as well. However, this doesn't mean having more words in your article, but more value that ultimately helps your readers. Then you will want to analyze other aspects, such as the graphics they are using. For example, if they are using stock photos, then you will want to use custom images, or getting experts to give you some input or quote to your article, creating videos to help them understand it better, or anything you can think of to make your article better. Remember, Skyscraper Technique is all about better, and this especially applies if you are a small business or not so well-known person, as you will need to work extra hard to get any attention for your article. And now there is more to Skyscraper Technique, such as selecting the right keyword, doing proper blogger outreach, and more. So I recommend you to check out branding guide. I hope he updates it soon. Another link building strategy I want to mention that I really love is podcast interview link building. From a marketing perspective, this is one of the best link building strategies you can get your fingers on, as you only have to find relevant interviews like podcasts and get your expert on it. I love this strategy because finding relevant podcast interviews is not so difficult, and I don't have to do anything after that, as the company subject matter expert will prepare for the interview, do the interview, and get me nice juicy backlink. And this is arguably one of the best link building strategies for small businesses, as you can get quite a few high quality backlinks at scale with a small team. However, the subject matter experts do not always like that, unless you are in the marketing niche. Then you need to get yourself there and do the interview as well. So to find podcast interviews, you can use the Google search and type something like your industry or niche and podcast. For example, SEO podcast in quotation mark. Or you can use keyword research tools like SE ranking. Enter your niche or industry keyword, select your targeted location and click on Analyze. And then go to the keyword suggestions report and select the Serve Features filter only for podcast. And this will give you all the keywords that display podcasts in the SERPs. From here, you can just filter down to relevant podcasts. And once you have your list of podcasts, then you just need to get in touch with them that you or your subject matter expert would like to be a host on one of their podcast episodes. And just like this, you can earn high quality backlinks with podcast interviews. The next and effective link building strategy is social proof link building. This is grayish, more towards a blackish hat SEO strategy, and I wouldn't consider it a white hat SEO strategy for link building. Let me explain why. Here, you are basically trading a backlink for a very nice review or a testimonial. And now, according to Google link schemes, exchanging backlinks for money, posts, goods, services, and etc. is strictly against Google quality guidelines. However, they did not say anything about exchanging reviews. Huh? Alright, I'm kidding. Still, if Google catches you, they will penalize you, and I do not recommend this strategy. So, why would owners exchange a backlink for a review or a testimonial? Well, frankly, good reviews equal more money for a business. According to retail touchpoints, 66% of potential buyers agree that they will most likely be convinced to purchase a product because of its positive reviews. With it being said, let me tell you how it works. Step number 1, you want to find a product or service where you could provide positive feedback. The best is to start with those products you are already using. This is more a genuine way of doing this. Or another way is to find products or services related to your niche. For example, in the SEO niche, it could be keyword research tools. Step number 2 is to reach your prospects and offer them to become a testimonial or write a review for a do-follow backlink. Also, you can provide a review post on your blog or a video on your YouTube channel. This can improve the odds of getting accepted. As I said, this is not the most genuine link building strategy, and I do not recommend this. The next link building strategy on our list is exchanging link that passes PageRank. Now, this is definitely against Google quality guidelines. However, what Google says is about excessive link exchange. So I'm not sure if once in a while is okay or not. I'll let you make the judgment. But as you can see, this strategy works on a very simple principle. You simply ask if other domain is okay to exchange backlinks with you. This is called reciprocal link exchange. Or sometimes other domains are not okay with reciprocal link exchange, as it can raise a red flag to Google Spam Detector, and they will offer a link from another domain. In exchange, you will link to their original domain. This is called non-reciprocal link exchange or three-way exchange. As I said, this is the safer way of doing this strategy. However, not everybody has access to at least 2 domains. Another great link building strategy is to claim unlinked mentions of you or your brand. And now, for sure, you can see a problem. Most of us, and it is including me, don't get mentions very often, just like well-known people or well-established brands. For example, if you are Neil Patel or Brian Dean, then this strategy can be a goldmine, and you can find a lot of high-quality backlinks hanging around. However, if you are somebody like me, not so known, then this strategy is not such a hit, as I don't get many mentions. But it doesn't mean I should not prepare myself for unlinked mentions once they come. So, to find unlinked mentions, there are basically 2 ways to do that. The first technique is to manually search on Google. Basically, you pop in one of your branded, brand representative, products or services keywords in Google search. For example, in my case, this could be something like this: B2B digital marketers, b2bdigitalmarketers.com, or Eduard Dziak. So, once you have your list, then you can use this Google search operator to find your mentions except for social media and your own website. And now you only have to manually go through the websites. For example, I right away found this, which I did not expect but made me super happy, because according to SC ranking, this is a website with the domain trust of 46. However, this technique can take a lot of your time, so let's have a look at the second technique. The second technique is using tools to search for unlinked mentions. This is definitely the easy way to monitor unlinked brand mentions, as it will save you a huge amount of your time, and you will get a more accurate view of your mentions and the people or sites that mention your brand. Now, there are a lot of tools to use for monitoring brand mentions, but I found brandmentions.com are the best. So let me show you how it works. When you register, you will click on Start Your First Project. Here you will enter your brand keywords that you want to monitor, just like I showed you with the first technique. And what's cool about this tool is when you go to Advanced Setup, you can also monitor your images, like your logo or custom images you have made, or certain countries and more. So once you are done, you can start your project. And once your project is completed, the tool will start searching the internet for your brand mentions and inform you. As I said, there are not many for me. Definitely, using tools like brandmentions.com to track unlinked brand mentions for link building is one of the easiest and best ways to earn high quality backlinks with minimum effort. Another very powerful way of getting a lot of high quality backlinks is to run competitor backlink analysis. Competitor backlink analysis helps you to assess the situation of how well your competitors are performing, where do they getting backlinks from, and what you need to do to compete with them. It gives you the information of the competitor's overall backlink profile as well as on the page level to know how many backlinks you will need to build to rank in the top positions. And it is one of the best ways to start a link building campaign, as it gives you an idea of what your competitors are doing and then reverse engineer it for your website. Another link building strategy that is crucial for your link building success is to build a social fortress. Building a social fortress means registering your website on social media to get a link from them. For example, I have registered on LinkedIn and on YouTube to claim my backlink from these domains. And of course, you can register on more social media like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Google profiles, and other social media platforms. So you can get more backlinks from these domains and easy social shares, as you can share your content on these platforms. However, why it is important to do that, as these backlinks are often no follow and without any link juice? Let me give you an example of an average Joe who started his flower business. Average Joe opened a little flower shop, and because he is from today's generation, he understands he needs a website. So he created a website with his business name, put his products there, and included address for people to visit his shop. However, average Joe does not understand SEO, but he knows that all his friends and almost everybody are hanging on social media. So he registered on social media where he puts his business name, his shop address, and some pictures of his products to make it legit. Now, he started sharing all his content on social media with his friends and strangers, and slowly started increasing his website traffic and foot traffic as well. Now, why this story is important? As you can see, this is a natural way most businesses start online. They create websites, register on social media, and start getting some traction from them. And this works for Google as a trust signal, and it helps them to evaluate the business if it is legitimate. Because at the beginning, Google has very little information to decide if you are a real business or a scam. So they put your website in the sandbox. A sandbox, according to McDiggity, is a way of Google putting a ranking leash on new websites because they don't trust new sites yet. And they need to trust you first before they start ranking you and giving you traffic. So for you to start building trust, you need links from social media profiles to imitate the actions of a normal business, as it creates an online presence. I recommend you do this before launching any link building campaign. The next on our list of link building strategies is the link roundups link building strategy. Link roundup strategy is about searching for roundup posts. For example, Flashpoint Marketing has created a roundup post of 30 SEO experts to share their tips on getting feature snippets, where each of the feature experts here got a backlink. Or another example could be Weekly Roundups by Lead G2. And each of these articles is a roundup post that contains backlinks to recommended articles to read on a given topic. So, arguably getting links from link roundups is one of the easiest link building strategies, because people creating those curated lists of content are always looking for fresh content ideas. And by reaching out and asking to be included in their roundup post, you are making the creation process much easier for them. So let me show you how it works. Step number 1, find your prospects. There are 2 ways to go about it. The first technique is to use Google search operators. For this, you can use Google search operators like this one. In my SEO niche, this could be something like this. And just like this, I get plenty of great domains that publish a roundup post in the SEO niche. And the technique number 2 is to analyze where your competitors have been featured in roundup posts. To do that, you can use one of your favorite SEO tools. In my case, this is SE Ranking, and one of my competitors is backlinko.com. So to find in which roundup post Backlinko was featured, I pop the domain into SE Ranking Backlink Checker and go to Backlinks Report. Then I can export the results into a spreadsheet or set a URL filter to show me any URLs with the word roundup in it. And this gives me all the web pages with the word roundup in their URL, and I only need to scan the results. Please mind that this is not a perfect technique, as many roundup posts do not have the roundup word in the URL. Therefore, it is better to export the results into the spreadsheet, as you have more options to run your filters. And the step number 2 is to get in touch with your prospects. To do that, you need to find your prospect's email address using tools like hunter.io, and it will give you a bunch of names for the domain. And once you have the right person to contact, You just need to write a sweet email that you would like to participate in the next roundup and go from there. The last and super effective but also super expensive link building strategy is to create industry study and research. Creating industry studies and research can be by far your best way to generate a lot of high quality backlinks for your website. For example, a study by WordStream on conversion rate benchmark has generated over 2,700 backlinks from over 1,400 domains. Or a study by Backlinko on Google search results has generated over 14,400 backlinks from 5,500 domains. That's insane. With that, they can be very expensive to pull out or time costly, but the reward can be far greater than with any other link building strategy. And here you have it, 13 link building strategies to try. So let me know which strategies you are going to try in the comment sections. I hope you have learned something new, so don't forget to leave a like and nice comment below because it helps with growing this channel. Ciao!